On today's show, we'll be making stuffed chicken with prosciutto and cheese. We'll also be making grilled vegetables, sautéed spinach, and a delicious mushroom sauce to go on top. All right, first, to get started with our stuffed chicken, I am going to use, yes, you got it, string cheese. That's right. Now you can use any kind of cheese, Gruyere, you can use Swiss, you can use, cheddar, any kind of cheese you want to use. I am using string because that's what I was eating this morning and I just grabbed it, all right? So I'm going to take that and most of the work is done. And I just cut it in half. I am going to take some prosciutto and very thinly sliced. This is what we're going to do. And you want to get these ready first, so that way once you start playing around with the chicken, then you will not have to put it down. All right, my pan was really, really hot. And it's a heavy bottom pan, and that is what you want. You want to get a nice, crisp, beautiful color on the chicken. So I turned it down or turned it off until I'm ready for it. So let's see, we got two. Let's do this. I'm going to take half of that cheese, roll. I'm going to take another one, and then you just roll it up. And as you can see, I already have one done. And that's just in case I want to put two inside of each chicken or one. All right, so we have some done on the plate already. I have two, and now I'm going to add another one. All right, so here's our chicken, and I'm going to show you what we did with it. Now I'll turn my burner back on. So I use chicken thighs. Now, feel free to use chicken breast if you want to use chicken breast. You just take that nice breast and cut it in half, and then you make a little slit in there, and then you put your stuffing in. But I'm using chicken thighs because they're a little more oily, which makes them yummy. And they'll hold that moisture a little bit longer than what I want to do with them. I'm going to saute them here, or rather, I'm going to brown them here, and then I'm going to put them in the oven to finish. So I have here an herbed butter and oil. So it's a garlic infused oil and herbed butter. Look at me already doing the outside. Stay focused, okay? All right, this is really a good dish. So we're gonna put that right here on my scraper. I am going to put in one of the prosciutto and cheese rolls. And here I have some sauteed spinach. Now, we're going to use spinach later on, or make some spinach later on in the show. So I thought I would add some in here also. And I believe, eat in color. Can't beat it. Okay, so my pan is super, super hot. I'm going to just move that oil around in it. I'm going to take it off just for a sec. There we go. And let that baby cool. Now, I'm going to take off, there we go, 2 toothpicks. Now, I have here 2 that are already rolled, right? I already have the spinach and the toothpick in it. So, we're just going to roll this over. I typically roll it on this side. There we go. Very easy. I spread the oil on the outside last because it would be so slippery, which is also why I roll the cheese first. And then you can take a long skewer, if you'd like, and just send it straight through the chicken. But I like to use the little toothpicks here. Look, there we go. All done there. Now, another thing too is if you are going to use the chicken breast, or you are going to use another or extend these by using 2 chicken thighs, then you may want to use the long skewers. If you do that, soak the skewers in water. And the reason that you soak the skewers in water is so that they don't burn on the grill. Now, I have them all nice, and let me tuck that one in. I have them all nice and on the plate. I'm going to brush a little more oil, and then we are going straight into the pan. Let's put our pan back. There we are. Let's make sure that's going. There we are. I'm going to brush with a little bit more of the oil. This smells so very good. Like I say, any of the herbs that you want to use, go ahead and put them on there. All right, so we are good there. And let me just grab my tongs. There we are. And let's put it into our hot pan. Look at that, just wonderful. Ooh. Yeah, baby. Now, we're going to get a very nice brown on here. And again, want to make sure you got a heavy bottom pan. There we are. There we are. So I'm going to get this cleared off, and then we are going to move directly into grilling our vegetables, which is why the grill pan is on right there. All right, so now that we have all of our vegetables out, the chicken is on, and it's looking beautiful, I will turn it once again. You want to make sure that you brown it on all sides as best you can, even if you need to use the other chicken to hold them in place or make them stand. But you want to definitely try to brown all of them, and it won't hurt if you use like a screen cover to block all that nice juice, just pop it all over the plate. All right, so we've got that going. Once I have them browned on all sides, then I'm going to put it right into the oven and let it finish. You want your oven temperature, I'm going to say maybe at 400, 375. Don't leave it in too long. Proper cooking temperature for chicken is 165. You take it out of the oven. We can't take it out of the chicken, can we? So you take it out of the oven, and then you're going to tint it with foil and allow it to rest, coming up to the proper cooking temperature, okay? So let's get started with our vegetables. Now, I have some mini peppers that are cut here, which is great. We're going to oil those. I have some red onions that are cut about, I'm gonna say a 1/2 inch thick. Look at this. Yep, you cut them however you'd like them, but I recommend thick so they stay together. And I'll show you right here. There we are. There we are. And then if you want that last one, you can just lie it down and then go all the way across. There we are. Now, I don't waste anything, so this onion will be used later on with some other shallots. But let's check on our chicken. All right. Ooh, yum, yum. Look at that. Beautiful. All right, let's put this little piggy right here. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to turn that off, and we're going to get that right into the oven so that it can finish. Let me move that, and we're going to get that right into the oven. All right, now let's get back to our vegetables. Okay, so we've got 2 pans on so that we can get our grill going on. I've got some more of that delicious olive oil. It's actually garlic infused olive oil, melted butter, and herbs. And I'm telling you, talk about aromatics, that is just phenomenal. So what we're going to do is we're going to take another brush and we're going to brush, let me move this closer. We're going to brush our onion. Now notice we had a separate bowl for the vegetable items, separate oil rather than the one we use for the chicken. You do not want to cross-contaminate any of your food. So you always want to be careful, especially when you're working with chicken or seafood. So we're just going to let's get another onion on, okay? All right. And I think also I'm going to grab half of the zucchini, and it's all right. Both sides, skin on. There we are. And maybe I'll play with a couple of these peppers. There we go. We can just throw those on. Great. All right, so I'm going to keep the oil there. Let me get another towel, wipe my hands. We got another grill pan going so that we can grill as many vegetables as we can get on the plate. So I just wanted to show you how I cut up the zucchini. Very easy, very simple. You want to wash it thoroughly. Make sure that you got all that sand and any of the wax or whatever they may put on for a coating. Want to make sure that's all off. And then I just cut it in half like that and cut it in half again. And there we have the zucchini. Let's bring our oil back up. And this is very quick, easy prep work that you could do before your guests arrive. And that way when they come, all you have to do is just throw this on the grill. You can sit and chill. Did I just rhyme? Grill and chill. Fabulous. Okay. So there we are. Most excellent. All right. And what am I going to do with those big peppers? I will show you. Glad you asked. Let's move that out of the way. I keep such a tidy workstation. Okay, so I have here a pepper, all nice and washed, and I'm just going to cut that right down the center. Not going to make a big deal about it. There we are. Let's just get her done. There we are. Want to make sure that you get all of that, this little white part out of it that goes with the stem. And then what I like to do, and you can just mash it flat and then place it on the grill. It's going to be all right. It'll be okay. So this is quick and easy. You can give hubby this to do. You can give friend this to do. After you half them, cut them in half, you can even let the kitty smash it. Could you just see them? You will have red pepper soup. So we're just gonna smash. Okay. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put a little more of this delicious olive oil on. Throw them two into the grill pan. This is really a lot of fun. Okay, if you got some stubborn ends like that, just put some slits in it and it'll make them lay flat. You can use your tongs for this. There we go. I think I'm going to turn that up because I want it to cook a little bit faster. Now, we're going to use my fish spatula, okay? Just because it's long and pretty. It's long and pretty. All right. And then we're going to flip this one as well. And look, it's okay that if the onions and things come apart because they're all going to be cut up. So just have fun with it. It's not that serious. Actually, it might be, but you know, if you're that first date kind of thing and you're trying to impress them. Okay, so we got another onion. We're flipping. Woo! Look at that one. Yeah! I feel like I'm outside. All right, let me use that. Look at that. I should have bet money on that one, huh? There we go. These are so gorgeous. Let's just keep them going, keep them going. I'm gonna switch back to my tongs. You know what? I'm gonna use the metal ones. There we go. Look at that. The aroma from these are just wonderful. And they don't overcook the vegetables. That's what I love. Okay, these still got a little bit to go. Okay, so I have here some bread that I've already sliced. And we have cut it. It's actually a French baguette. And we are just going to oil it as well. And then we are going to put it on the grill pan. That is correct. There we are. Oh, wow. Look at those onions. They are fabulous. I'm going to take those off first. Woohoo! Beautiful. How awesome is that? You know what? I'm going to flip that one back over again. Don't you love that sizzle? Yeah. Okay. All right, so let's get these off because they are ready. All right, here we go. Delish. I'm gonna throw on the rest of this tomato. This is not a tomato, onion. And throw on the rest of the onion. This is so delicious. So delicious. We are good there. All right, and let me check on the other veggies before I start with this. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Look at that nice char. Who's charring? Me. I'm just missing one thing. You know, like when your kids are at some activity or your husband or significant others in a race and you're like, go babe, go babe. I'm just waiting for somebody to be like, go chef, go chef. Not yet. Okay. All righty, there we go. So we've got some of these veggies going. I am just so pleased, woohoo, with this. Go me, go me. Have your own party. Okay, there we are. These are so fabulous. Now, let's add a little oil. The rest I will add, you know, right onto the grill, into the grill pan. And like I said, remember, you can do all of this pre-prep work before your guests get here. Or better yet, you can, you know, tell them that it's a competition and that you'd like them to do it, and then you stand over and say, go guests, go guests. All right, so let's take a look at the rest of our stuff. Woo! Woo! That looks so good. All righty, I'm gonna fold this because I want to touch over here. Oops, there we go. And this one. Oh, still got a ways to go. Come on, catch up with your brother. Keep going, fight it, fight it. All right, so we've got all that going. We're going to grill up all the rest of our vegetables. We're going to grill up all the rest of the bread. And then we are going to come back from our break and we will get started on the mushroom sauce, saute the spinach, and take our chicken out of the oven because I know it's ready. I'll see you in just a few moments. Check out Simply Fresh Food with Chef Renee to learn new delicious recipes. Watch as I show you how to use fresh ingredients for healthy eating at every meal. Check your local listings for showtimes. All right, now on this last segment, before we do my absolute favorite, which is eat the food, we are going to go ahead and make this mushroom sauce. You know, my family likes it as a gravy, so I make it all the time, but I'm going to loosen it up a little bit more with the chicken stock. Now, it's completely up to you if you want to have this sauce with this or not. It doesn't need it, but I'm going to make it anyways because that's what I'm going to do. All right, and then we're also going to do our spinach. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut this shallot up to join its cousin over there in the bowl. All righty, so we're just going to go ahead and chop that right up. Next. No, I'm kidding. Okay. You know, I like to have fun in the kitchen, even if I'm in there alone by myself sometimes, you know. I play my music, or I play an audio book, or I play music and literally dance around the kitchen. Yeah, nothing like it. Okay, so I'm going to protect my fingers and my hand, and I just ran a little cut through there. I'm going to now dig the tip of my knife in there and bring it down. I am keeping the tail end of the shallot intact because it sort of kind of holds it together for me because it loves me. No. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and chop. There we are. Look at there, how easy that is. There we are. And then I just flip it. There we go. And I just continue to chop, chop, chop. There we are. All right. Now, for this, I'm not looking for any uniform cut or anything. I'm just looking to chop that baby up to make my sauce. Okay. So I'm going to add a little bit of the butter, olive oil, and herbs there. I'm going to add a little in the second pan. You said, what? All right. So we have that going on. And then I'm going to take, we'll use this spatula here. We're going to put our shallots into the pan. Now, the shallots are in the pan that we're going to make our mushroom sauce. It's actually a mushroom and shallot sauce. But just because the mushrooms are cut in larger pieces, I gave it the name first, mushroom sauce. Okay, just because they were cut a little bit bigger. Okay, so we have the remainder of the shallots in there. Let's get that all nice and stirred up. There we are. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Now, my herbs are over here in this pan cooking, so let me give them something to do. I am going to now smash my garlic. Woo! There we are. Does all that work for me. Then we're just going to chop, 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 chop. There we are. You just don't want any large pieces, that's all. So let's get that into the pan. Now into the mushroom sauce, we're gonna add the mushrooms. Oh, I saved that large one, and I'll tell you why I saved the large one. I saved the large one because I like a little bit more texture to the mushroom, okay? So let's just shake this up a little bit for my spinach. And I am going to add some chicken stock. All right. I'm going to add a little bit at first. There we go. And that's just to get it going and get it started. Okay, so I've got all that going on. Now I'm going to add my spinach to this pan. And you know how spinach cooks down. Of course, I say spinach, you say spinach. It's okay, either way. Okay, so we'll let that cook down. Now, the mushrooms, okay, what I did was I just infused the flavor of the chicken stock into the mushrooms. You could use white wine to do that. In fact, I normally would use white wine, but today I'm just going to keep it sort of kind of on that veggie thing except for the chicken. So I've infused it with chicken stock there. Now I'm going to go ahead and make the entire sauce. I'm going to add more chicken stock. More. That makes it, what do they say, mo better? Okay, so we have that going. I'm going to add, this is Dijon mustard. I'm going to add Worcestershire. No, that's Worcestershire sauce, or you can say the other one. And I'm going to add the remainder of that olive oil, herb, and butter sauce. Where's my cloth? There we are. All right, and I'm going to save the cream for last. All right, so let's get to stirring here. Now, this is going to be very, very, very flavorful. And when I add the cream, it's even going to become rich. So what's better than rich and creamy, rich and creamy? Okay, so we have that, and let's stir our spinach, or our spinach. Look at there. Now, at this point, we certainly can add a little chicken stock. I don't like to cook my spinach too much. But for this dish, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to squeeze a little bit more lemon juice. There we are. A little bit more stock. Not too much. There we are. And let me get my plate to put this on. It's really beautiful. And then we will start with the next batch of spinach. Wow, we'll just use this one. Let's turn that off. All right, so let me get my dish. There we are. I love all these little bits and pieces that come in there. Delicious. All right, so we've got our spinach there, and now let's work on our sauce. Let me move this. There we are. Let's work on our sauce. Okay, that's good. Now, remember I said that I'm going to thicken it up, but I do want it to still be a sauce. I'm going to just add the heavy cream, which will do that for me. And to that, I'm going to add, I'm going to add a little bit of this pepper salt. And pepper salt is, it's just that I've taken some coarse coarse sea salt, rather, and I've taken fresh ground peppercorns, and I've ground them together, and then just made sure that they dry it out, together. That's all. Just had a little pepper party. Say that one. Pepper party. Pepper party. Okay, so, but just keep in mind that when you're sprinkling, if you are doing a pepper party, when you are sprinkling this into the pot, it's hot, because that's a mixture of red peppercorns, white peppercorns, and black peppercorns. I would have used orange and green and purple peppercorns, but there weren't any. All right, so we got this sauce going on. I'm gonna let it cook down a little bit, and then we are good to go. I'm gonna taste to see if I need salt. If you notice, I haven't added any salt yet because it's in the pepper. Get a little bit. Bet you thought I was gonna say good, but that belongs to Campbell's, not me. Okay, that was really, really good. I got one other thing I'm gonna add in there. I'm gonna take a little bit of chives and we're gonna chop it right up. Now, you wanna know why I lean the knife over? Sometimes when I'm chopping, I lean it over. Let me move that. Because when I'm cutting, this knuckle is out there and it sort of kind of prevents, even if my fingers are out, that's still just a little bit. The side of the knife will hit the knuckle first, and then I get to keep my fingers. Yeah, so make sure that you do that. You know what I mean? But you do not have to go as fast as I do or can. And a lot of times I try not to go fast so that you can see exactly what's happening. Isn't that beautiful? All right, so we're gonna let our sauce cook down. We've got our spinach ready. Our chicken is all done. The vegetables are all done. We are going to take a quick station break, and then we're going to come back and we are going to dig in. Yeah, double dutch. Take a little break, and I will see you in just a moment. Hi, I'm Chef Renee of Simply Fresh Food with Chef Renee, and people who know me know that I cook with the freshest ingredients. It's important to use fresh and organic ingredients whenever available. Not only does cooking with fresh ingredients create healthy eating habits, but it also means great tasting food. So join me in shopping locally when you can. All right, now we are at the best part. Well, you know, I mean, that's relative, but we are at the part where we get to taste the foods. So I'll tell you what has happened. Here with the mushroom sauce, remember I saved one mushroom head and I sliced it because I wanted that same or that fresh texture in with the sauce, because it is a sauce and I did not make it super thick. So I wanted that texture and that bite to it. And it's also very pretty, isn't it? Isn't that pretty? Okay. All right. And also we have our spinach here. I know it's not a lot of spinach, but we have so much grilled vegetables, which I will now show you in the salad, that, you know, we just added just a little bit of extra green and protein and so forth for you. Now, here's the thing about that salad. This salad, this is all of those grilled vegetables with the beautiful charring and grill marks and all that other yummy goodness. And, oh, smells so good. All right, and I've added just a little bit of salt. I've cut it all into chunks. See, this is what makes it very appealing and pleasing to the eye. Now, you're able to make any type of vinaigrette that you want, but why do that when we have this friendship with this garlic infused olive oil and herbs and a little bit of butter? All right, so I'm just going to dump this on here, all of it. Look at there, all out, yeah. Okay, good. All right, and I'm just gonna shuffle it around just a little bit. There we are. So you wanna do this part just prior to service when your guests are there. And I say that because you're gonna wanna serve this to guests or take it over to that cookout you're invited to. So we have that all done. And then of course, the star of the show, ta-da, our stuffed chicken with prosciutto and cheese. So You've probably been wondering, what are these beautiful tomatoes doing sitting there? Or you say, what are those beautiful tomatoes doing sitting there? All right, I like the fresh taste of the tomato when I'm having that salad. Also, I think it just balances out the entire dish. So I'm going to make a nice slice of the tomato, and then I'm just gonna cut it right in half. That's it. That's it. That's it. She's a doner. So I'm going to put it right over here until I'm ready for it. Now, let's get to plating. Let's move this out of the way. All right, here we go. Yes. Fork to the left of me, spoon to the right. Here I am. Okay. That was a little play on the song. And don't write me a letter saying, don't give up my day job. This is my day job. Okay, here we go. Let's scoop out some of this awesome veggie salad mix. Look at that. Beautiful. The bread is in here and all of those delicious grilled veggies. All right, and let's get some of the spinach. There we are. There we are there. And I'm going to take a little bit of the mushroom sauce first. I'm going to get my plate prepared because I want some of the sauce at the bottom and at the top because I'm greedy like that. All right, here we go. Look at that beautiful thing right there. There we are. And guess what? I'm going to take 2. There we are. Woo, woo. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the sauce, and here is where that big chunk mushroom comes in. Look at that. Look at that. What you say? What you say? I want some. I hear it. Oh no, you're saying, go Renee, go. All right, look at this. This is so beautiful. Now, I'm going to take that half of my tomato, and I'm just going to lie it here along with my other garnish. What do you think? There we have it. There we have this beautiful dish. We have the stuffed chicken thighs, and remember, there are no bones in there, so I can just dig right on in. I got some of my sauce here, some there, some everywhere. I am going to dig into this, but before I do, I want to thank all of you for joining me here today on Simply Fresh Food with Chef Renee. Look me up at simplychefrenee.com, or for this recipe and many others, go to wintv.org. You can watch this episode or any of the other numerous episodes out there. Thanks again to all of my sponsors for your support, and I will catch you next time on Simply Fresh Food with Chef Renee.
Simply Fresh Food with Chef Renee is sponsored by Newgate Farms, with farms located in Connecticut and New York. Woolrath Cookware. Check them out online at Woolrath University. And Red Tail Heart, available online or at your local bookstore.